Hey guys, Marty Boots here. Today I want to talk to you about BAT and why BAT is potentially in a bull market and it can run up another 150%. You do not want to miss these profits. Okay, so before I get into it, guys, can you please like the video and subscribe to the channel for future content? You know, it really helps the channel. So, okay, let's get into this here. Okay, you can see here from the bottom, BAT has already bounced 66% roughly. So it is quite a big move. It does not look like a big move, but it's what it is, it's a decent move that has built a base and starting to build structure so price can move higher. And without good structure and without also a good RSI, you know, and good moving averages, good price action, you know, and good volume, increase in volume. You can see the volume increasing here. You know, you need all these factors combined to make a good, strong bull trend. And BAT has all those. BAT is actually forming up and shaping up pretty nicely here to make big moves higher. Okay, so what I want to show you guys here is, first off, I want to take a look at this. I just want to show you this little piece here. You can see the huge drop down, and so this will be a little bit educational, guys. You know, I want everybody to be able to do this themselves and understand why price is going higher. I don't want people to just look for a buy alert and sell alert. You know, it's better to educate people and make people understand so they can do it for themselves, so they can fish for themselves, and they're not relying on anybody else. That is the most important thing in my eyes. Okay, where was I now? Okay, you can see the big downtrend here, and we had this gradual drift back higher, and price started to get above these moving averages, and price exploded. You can see here, you know, the moving averages are something like that, and price came in and exploded higher. Notice down here, we have something very similar here. You know, price is coming in here to these moving averages, and price is going to break out to the upside of these moving averages after it builds a sufficient base here to move higher. And as you can see, it's already been doing that. It's already been doing that. And if I zoom in here, it's already forming that base. And this base, it could actually be an ascending triangle. You know, you could already start calling this an ascending triangle. And we all know that ascending triangles, you know, you measure the depth. If for anybody who doesn't know, you measure the depth, guys, of your pattern and bring it to the upside. What this is going to do, guys, is this is going to take us and pierce above the 200 moving average eventually. Okay, so now that we've got that little part out of the way, I want to take a step back again. Now, if I go in here and I look for the head and shoulders pattern, where is the head and shoulders? Okay, so if we do something like this and we bring that up here to the, I'm looking for that to come up, guys. I'm looking for the neckline to come up into, the neckline hasn't formed yet, in my opinion. I think price will come up into the 200 moving average and form a neckline. That will give us room then to draw the right shoulder. So this thing is in the way a little bit. Maybe I'll just move that up here for the purpose. It's all in the way a bit here for what I'm trying to show you. Okay, I'm just going to move this for a second, guys. Just let me move this. I just want to do this first. I want to just do what I done a minute ago, and I want to, you know, just these are moving into the future. I just want to give a very rough pattern outline of that. So if I move this back up here, we can see it's something like this. You know, it might be a little bit off there, but it's not too bad there, I think. So what I expect to happen, I'm going to move this out of the way, guys. That is not where it's supposed to be, but I just want to show you what I expect to happen. This price it's going to move up. It's going to touch the 200. We're going to have a bit of chop, and from that chop, then we'll form a right shoulder, and you'll see this the right shoulder in here. So and then price will move higher. Now, what we do with the depth of that pattern, we take the depth of that pattern, and we put this to the breakout point. Now, if you want to take that, there's a couple of ways to do this. We can take a target from the breakout point, and the target from the breakout point is like 55%. The other target is if we drop back down into this right shoulder, you know, we will drop down, so you'll be able to buy at a cheaper price. You can actually get about 80% profit there on this alone, on this pattern alone. Now, what now? Okay, so that's this part of it done, guys. That is that part of it done. I'm gonna where am I going now? Okay, I'm gonna skip on here. I don't want this to be too long. Now what I want to compare to, guys, here we go. I want to compare this to Bitcoin. Notice how we dropped here and we're moving up. Notice the moving averages are underneath price here and pushing price up into the red 200 moving average and the 200 EMA. Notice here on Bitcoin the exact same thing happened. Price got above these moving averages, the 9, the 20, the 40 and the 100 moving averages. So then price it worked its way in and then exploded higher above the 200. You can see it exploded higher above the 200. And then we were able to go into a bull market and bounced higher, a lot higher. So if you're starting to understand me here and understand the structure of this, it's very similar to Bitcoin's structure when Bitcoin bottomed. Very, very, very similar. Let me take you here. This is a weekly chart comparing it to Bitcoin also. Now, maybe I'll just do that for a second. Now, if you notice here, notice on Bitcoin here, price started to move, get above the yellow 9 EMA, and it started to climb the moving averages until it exploded higher, and eventually it got up above the 50 and the 40 and 50 moving average. EMA, sorry, that's the EMA. And then price was able to eventually explode higher above the 100 moving average and continued into that bull market. Notice here, it's very, very similar. The structure is the exact same. It's identical as Bitcoin, guys. You know, look at this. Now, the weekly is probably underneath price also. If I just change this to red, you can see here, this is in here. This is most likely down on here also. I mightn't have drew that very well, but it's most likely down here. That is where it is at the moment. So we get the structure's the same. You've got your 100 up here. Your 200 will be down here. So with that said, guys, what happened to Bitcoin? Bitcoin, I don't know what I clicked there. I wasn't supposed to click anything there. I'll work that out later. Now, what happened to Bitcoin? Bitcoin bounced exactly into the 61% retrace. If we do the exact same thing here, we can see that the BAT can move up into the exact same area. What am I doing here? Okay, so if I take that from down here, you can see, guys, there's a potential of a 150% move to the upside on BAT. You know, you cannot rule that out yet because it's very, very likely. Now remember back down here at 4,000, people were not calling for a 14,000 Bitcoin. People thought it was going to get rejected at the $6,000 level and stuff like that. So guys, you cannot rule that out. The structure on BAT is very good here, and it's looking like it wants to trend higher. Now there is possible ways to have a target. You can have 4 targets. Your first target can in fact be 35%, and move your targets up. Your second target is 80%, up here to the 38% retrace. Your third target is the 50% retrace here, and it's 115%, and your final target is 150%, and you can see there it's at the 61% retrace. So guys, I would not sleep on this. This BAT is looking and forming a beautiful chart. What I didn't point out here is that if I just draw that at about the 50, you can see here on BAT the moving out, the RSI is now above 50 and forming like bullish action. You can see back here in this bull move, you can see the bullish action. Now what I want to point out is the last time from the low to we'll call the topping candle, you can say 77 days, and even anywhere in that top days, this top area here, it's 80 to 84 days. Okay, and that is a decent average. I'll even do this one also. I mean, that one is 57 days, for example. So we'll even go, I'll just do them all here, guys, very quickly, or at least I'll do one more, and we can take a bit of an average. There's 47, it's roughly 50, and the one before it is 53. So the average out of all of those was probably about 60 off the top of my head. That's pretty rough average, okay? So if I take that from here, and even if we get 60 bars is the average. Now there is a lot of room. We're only just over halfway through this uptrend, so there's still a lot of uptrend to go here. Now this is actually setting up structure-wise to be a real bull move. So the potential of it being a lot longer is very, very possible. This could go 100 and it could go 150 days in a real market, in a real bull. So like the rest of these, you can see the structure was not as good. The structure was not as good anywhere near as good. So this has got real potential, guys. Just do not sleep on this. You have to find a safe entry here and look for a long position. Now this is not financial advice. This is just what me and my group are going to do. We are going to trade this to the long side. So if you'd like help on that, come in and join us on a 3-day free trial, and we will help you find an entry on BAT and potentially make 150% profits. You can see today it's up 4 or 5%. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like any coins requested, you can put them in the comments section below. And if you'd like to join us in our trading room, you can go to the description below and go to our website and sign up for the 3-day free trial. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.